side, you can hit the switch, and that unlocks it, so you can get out quicker rather than going through all that watery mess again. And there, see, there's a mine right there. It's active. That would have went off if we didn't have the light step perk. "44 rounds for the win." Alright, so there's another trap in here somewhere. I thought there was. Maybe it's a tripwire or something that I missed. Huh. Could have sworn. Weird. I know there's one. I know there's a tripwire or something in here. And I'm just missing it because of the light step perk. But yeah, see, it was right here. I just walked right over it. Totally missed it. There's an active mine right there. Oh, and there's shotguns, so apparently there was another tripwire somewhere, or a pressure plate or something. Yep, pressure plate right there. All kinds of traps in this place. Come on. Nothing. Mentats, mentats. Mentats for the win. Now here's the computer and you're thinking, oh, this is how you get into his place. No. There's that antenna. So you want to disarm it. And you'll get a grenade. Yay. This is actually the switch you want to activate. It unlocks that door there, and Pinkerton's in there. Now I have the hiccups. Lovely. That should add a good sense of flavor to my commentary to have the hiccups. Alright, let's go talk to this Pinkerton. Now that we're in here, we probably should get our talking stuff on again. Talk to him about history and about the android. A few things we can steal first. Oh yeah, the DC thing, that's right. guess that's it. Oh, here's another one. Big Book of Science. Well, there's the Dean's Electronics over there too. Stealth Boy. I don't really think anything else is really too worth it. All kinds of nifty stuff here, but none of it's really going to be worth ticking off
Oh, come
Pinkerton
on.
for.
Pay more attention to what you're doing.
There he is. Let's go.
How the hell did you get in here? I suppose you can't be all that bad if you made it this far without dying. This is the part where you tell me what the hell you are doing bothering an old man who obviously wants to be left alone. Get on with it already.
Let's discuss the facial reconstruction and mind wipe you did for the android.
What are you talking about, boy? I don't know anything about any of that. And, what did you call it? An android? What's that?
Let's just say it's in your best interest to tell me what I want to know.
Fine, whatever. This android calls himself Harkness now. Comes in and wants a memory job. I took new memories and replaced his old ones. Don't believe anyone's done that before. Certainly not down here. That Commonwealth tech isn't all that fancy when it comes down to it. I'm also the only one in the wasteland with the skill and the nerve to perform facial surgery. That android flesh ain't so different than ours. You want proof? I documented the whole thing, so I could rub it in the face of Dr. Lee when I need to rankle her feathers. I hate that snooty bitch.
That's nice. Sorry you didn't get along with Dr. Lee, but we were discussing the android. What's she got to do with this? Show me this proof about the android.
Well, she's got nothing to do with anything except ruining my whole goddamn life. But I can see you don't give a crap about any of that. Fine. It's all in my computer. Here's the password. See for yourself. Hell, just take these pictures and this holotape. Straight from the synth man's lips. Just don't go telling Harkness, though. He won't believe you anyway. And you really don't want to see him upset. He can be a bit inhospitable.
That's great. Harkness should be told you'd want to know if you were an android.
Maybe I am. Maybe I'm going to have my android army rise up against you and your human ilk. Sorry. Oh, sorry I couldn't resist. I suppose you're right. But don't worry, I didn't really wipe his memories. I just buried them. But you can get them back. All you need to do is use the recall code. Just say to him, activate A321 recall code Violet, and that will activate the hidden subroutines.
So why'd you help the android?
Ha! Why do you think? I wanted to crack open that Commonwealth can opener to see what was inside. There's stuff in there I'd only heard about, and even then I didn't believe it. I can see why that Zimmer feller wanted him back so bad.
What do you know about this android railroad?
Bunch of bleeding heart morons, if you ask me. They're going to get themselves killed one of these days. And for what? Machine liberation? But they have brought me some really interesting tech over the years, so I guess they're okay. And that android, he was the chance of a lifetime.
What do you know about the Commonwealth?
Most of it's blasted nothing, just like here. But there's talk, rumors mostly, about a place called the Institute. That's where Zimmer and that android came from. God knows what else they got going on in there, but it puts our tech to shame, that's for damn sure.
What are you doing here in this wrecked part of the ship?
I live here. It's where I do my work, and it's far away from Doc.
Alright, and we're back because my game decided to die again. And we made that permanent save right after leaving Rivet City before I fought the Super Mutants and the Talon Company and got here. I had to reload that and go through all that again, so there might be some discrepancies with XP and items, but I tried to do everything over again as much as I could the same way. And now we're back here. So yeah, let's continue on. Hopefully we get this done. What are you doing here in the wreck part of this ship?
I live here. It's where I do my work, and it's far away from Dr. Lee and all those other monkeys dressed up like scientists. You made it past my defenses, which proves you aren't a dummy. And you haven't killed me, so I suppose you aren't here to do that. I suppose you can hang around if you want. Just don't touch anything.
You could get facial reconstruction if you wanted to change the look of your character more than just hair, but we're not going to bother with that. I don't mind the way our character looks, so yeah, whatever. Tell me about the city's history.
What? I have better things to do than yak about those backstabbers up topside. Now get going.
I hear you're the only one who knows the truth about Rivet City's founding.
Ha! Sounds like you've been poking around, all right. I'm surprised any of those reprobates even remember me. Maybe they still laugh about how they edged me out of the council back then. But you can set the record straight.
Setting the record straight is exactly my goal.
For that, you have to go all the way back to when remnants of the Naval Research Institute cleared the Mirelurks off this wreck, about 40 years ago. We were looking for new lab space, and this bucket of bolts just happened to have a well-preserved science bay on it. Everything else just grew up around that lab once we got it up and running. The science team was led by one H. Pinkerton.
So you used to be in charge? How did you end up here?
That lasted until about 18 years ago, when those ambitious backbiters like Lee and her little team showed up. She came in with her big Purity Project pipe dream, and my whole staff started working with her, those traitors. She even took my seat on the council. By then, I was glad to leave it behind. But hell, if I'm leaving the city I made great.
What do you know about Project Purity?
Who cares? It's some hydroponics pipe dream that Lee's been working on forever. Waste of time and effort, I say. Apparently, though, my teams cared more about it than they did about little things like defense systems or making this ship float again. Treacherous bastards, all of them.
Do you have any hard evidence of all this?
Of course I do. A good scientist always keeps track of their data. Here, they probably don't even remember, but I kept the records of that first council meeting. Take them, if it'll put them in their place.
Alright, so we've pretty much got everything we need to
Don't
get
let your guard
here.
down.
We'll run over and check his computer real quick. His computer's right over here, by the way. Feel free to pause and read. 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 There's his before picture. There's his after picture. Alright, that's it. Now we've got all that stuff, let's get out of here. Go over this way. Remember, we unlocked this door over here, so this is the quick way out.